Namaskaram and a warm welcome to Swayam Mook Telugu language learning series. I am Battula Venkateshwarlu and I am pleased to continue guiding you through a systematic and scholarly exploration of the Telugu language with particular attention to its structural, phonological and grammatical features. Today we will take another step forward in mastering the Telugu script, focusing on the next set of letters. Understanding of these characters which will help you become more fluent in both reading and writing Telugu. In our last class, we explore and the following letters in the script. We have examined script group 1, La, Ta, A and Ta. Group 2 is Gha, Na, Sa, and script group 3 E, Nya, Na, and the script group letters 4 Ra, Ta, E, Ya, Ja. The next group 5 letters are Da, Dha, U, U. Sixth one is Da, Dha, Tha. The discussion now advances to script group 7, which consists of the following letters A, I, Va and Ma. The study adopts a structured approach by grouping letters into sets of 5. A, this is a short front vowel. It is pronounced briefly with the tongue positioned towards the front of the mouth. A, this is a long form of A. It is pronounced with the same tongue position as A, but with a longer duration. I, this is a diphthong vowel produced by combining two vowel sounds into one smooth glide. It begins with an open front vowel and moves towards a higher vowel position. And Va, this is a semi-vowel labial consonant. It is articulated using the lower lip and upper teeth, and it functions between a vowel and a consonant in pronunciation. And Ma, this is a nasal labial consonant. It is pronounced by closing the lips and allowing air to pass through the nose. Together, these letters represent a combination of vowel sounds A, I, and consonant sounds Va and Ma, helping learners understand both vowel length and basic consonant articulation in Telugu language. A, I, Va and Ma. I'll repeat once again. A, I, Va and Ma. This lesson adopts a shape-based pedagogical approach to the learning of Telugu script, emphasizing the visual and articulatory relationships among letters. It begins by introducing a set of vowels A, I, and consonants such as Va and Ma, whose written forms exhibit rounded or near circular structural features. By grouping letters according to shared graphical patterns, learners are encouraged to recognize underlying visual regularities within the Telugu writing system. Is clearly demonstrated, highlighting how aspiration is represented in the script through additional strokes or structural extensions. A systematic explanation of letter formation and stroke order is provided to ensure accuracy in handwriting. Proper stroke sequencing is emphasized as essential for maintaining the canonical shape of each letter and for achieving fluency in writing. The lesson further introduced the concepts of short and long vowels, illustrating the phonemic contrast between A and A. Learners are shown how vowel sign combine with consonants. For example, Va plus A, way, and Ma plus A, may, to form new syllabic units. This demonstrates the syllabic nature of the Telugu script, where consonant functions as the base and vowels modify their phonetic realization. Through careful observation, comparative analysis, and repeated practice, learners develop precision in letter recognition, pronunciation, handwriting, and word formation. Overall, the lesson integrates visual form, phonetic structure, and systematic practice to provide a comprehensive and linguistically grounded introduction to Telugu letters. We will now examine the principles underlying the letter writing style. A is a short front unrounded vowel in Telugu, articulated with free airflow, a slightly raised front tongue position, unrounded lips, and vibrating vocal cords. In writing, A has smooth, rounded curves and usually formed in a one stroke. A small curved upper stroke followed by a longer curved lower stroke. For practice, learners should copy the letter 5 times, maintaining uniform size and smooth curves while repeatedly pronouncing A with correct tongue and lip positioning. As a vowel sign, A is written as known as etvam, which appears above and to the left of the consonant it modifies. A is a long front unrounded vowel in Telugu language, produced with free airflow, a higher and more sustained front tongue position, unrounded lips, and vibrating vocal cords. In writing, A consists of smooth rounded curves and is generally formed in 2 strokes. An initial curved upper stroke followed by a longer curved stroke forming the body of the letter. For practice, learners should copy the letter 5 times, maintaining uniform size and smooth curves while repeatedly articulating A with sustained vowel length. As a vowel sign, A is written as known as etvadirgham, which appears above and to the left of the consonant it modifies. I is a diphthong vowel in Telugu, produced by gliding from the short front vowel A towards E with free airflow, unrounded lips, and vibrating vocal cords, involving a smooth transition of the tongue from a central to a front raised position. In writing, I is characterized by smooth rounded curves and is generally formed in 2 strokes. For practice, learners should copy the letters 5 times, maintaining uniform size and smooth curvature while repeatedly pronouncing I with a clear vowel glide. As a vowel sign, I is written as known as aitvam, which appears above left and extended down right of the consonant it modifies. We now proceed to the next letter. Okay? Are you ready? Va is voiced labiodental approximant in Telugu, produced by bringing the upper teeth close to the lower lip with free airflow and vibrating vocal cords. It is written with smooth rounded curves in 2 strokes. a curved upper stroke followed by a downward stroke. Learners should copy it 5 times, maintaining uniform size and curves while pronouncing va correctly. As a consonant base, it combines with vowel signs and the secondary symbol va, known as vavottu, always appears on the right from bottom to top. The concluding letters of this group is ma, is voiced bilabial nasal in Telugu, produced by closing both lips and allowing airflow through the nose while vibrating the vocal cords. It is written with smooth rounded curves, generally in 2 strokes. An initial curved upper stroke followed by a downward stroke completing the letter. Learners should copy it 5 times, maintaining uniform size and smooth curves while repeatedly pronouncing ma with correct lip and nasal placement. As a consonant base, ma can combine with vowel signs according to standard Telugu orthography. The secondary symbol of ma, known as mavottu, appears on the right side of the consonant, extending from bottom to top. Together, these letters exemplify how Telugu script uses subtle modifications of a common base shape to convey differences in voicing and aspiration with minimal yet precise stroke additions. This structural design allows for both phonetic clarity and visual harmony, making it an elegant and highly systematic writing system. Here, observe how secondary symbols are attached to consonants. Pre-consonant to primary vowel, secondary symbol of vowel, and resultant form. V plus A, way. M plus A, may. L plus I, lie. And here, observe how secondary symbols are attached to consonants. Va plus va, va. Ma plus ma, ma. We now proceed to the subsequent segment of this session. Here, we examine how secondary symbols are systematically attached to different consonants. La plus va, lwa. Ta plus ma, ma. Learning Telugu becomes easier and more effective when letters are studied in predefined groups based on their shapes, including the group 7 script letters. Such an approach enhances orthographic awarenesses, limits ambiguity among visually analogous symbols, and promotes the gradual and systematic acquisition of meaningful lexical items and syntactic patterns. Observe here some words and sentences. Ame, which means she or her. Yeda, which means the hot. Vola, which conveys net. Vana, which means rain. Vata, cow tree. Teru, which means cart or chariot. Raitu, which means farmer. Aidu, which means 5. Mailu, which means mile or distance. Veru, which means different or separate. Neram, which means crime or offense. Devudu, which means God. Nava, which means boat. Gita, which means line. Sisa, it conveys glass or bottle. Varam, week. Ragam, it conveys musical scale or melody. Emiti, which means what is it? Vadana, which means argument. Vadanam, which means face. Lavangam, clove. Let us proceed to the next one. ఆదివారం which means Sunday. దేవుడి తేరు గాడ్స్ చారియట్. ఆయన రైతు. He is farmer. Students will now form semantically meaningful sentences based on this group to enhance comprehension and practical application. ఈ గాలం తాతగాలం. This fishing hook is my grandfather's fishing hook. ఆ గారెలు which means those vadas. నేను రాధా ఆనందంగా తింటాము which means Radha and I will eat happily. I hope you are able to follow along attentively without any distractions. Let us continue advancing together in our study of Telugu language. A key aspect to be considered is gemination or consonant doubling in Telugu language. This phonological process involves the duplication of consonants for purpose such as phonetic emphasis, rhythmic structuring, and the formation of onomatopoeic words. Examples are include Amma, it conveys mother. Avva, which means grandmother. Ayya, which means sir. Allam, it conveys ginger. Consonant clusters are compound consonants in Telugu. Consonant clusters are formed when two or more consonants occur without an intervening vowel and are often represented through conjunct forms in Telugu language. Observe examples words below. Ustramu, it means camel. Urdhvamu, it means upward direction or above. Rashtramu, state. Stri, woman. Then the next one is Astramu, which explore that missile or weapon. Natyam, which means dance. Next, this section addresses the principles of systematic formation. నాలుగు దండలు which refers to 4 garlands. మూడు పిల్లులు which denotes 3 cats. ఇద్దరు విద్యార్థులు that expresses 2 students. మనం భారతీయులం which conveys we are Indians. చందమామ which means moon. పదే పదే వాన వస్తుంది. It keeps raining again and again. ఈ టమోటాలు మావి. It conveys these tomatoes are ours. తెలుగు బాలలు which means తెలుగు childrens. మా ఊరిలో దేవాలయం ఉంది. There is a temple in our village. ఈ ఊరు రమది. This village belongs to Rama. మమత ఘనత గలది. మమత is woman of dignity. చీమలు అందంగా ఉంటాయి. Ants are beautiful. మీరు ఎవరు? Who are you? ఈ గెల అరటి గెల. This is bunch of bananas. Next one is ఇది ఆవు మేత which explore that this is grass for the cow. మీరు తెలుగువారు. You are Telugu people. The following section presents additional sentences example for analysis. Uma Sumadi Mavure, which explore that Uma and Suma are from our village. Ravi Giri Annadammulu. Ravi and Giri are brothers. Ayana మీ తమ్ముడు. He is your younger brother. ఏమయ్యా అలా ఉన్నావు? Which means, hey, why are you like that? ఆరుగురు గుమస్తాలు which represents 6 clerks. ఈయనే మా తాతగారు. That may be interpreted as he is our grandfather. ఈయన వెనుక వస్తున్నది మా నాయనమ్మ which signifies coming behind him our grandmother. Now we will look at a few sandhi constructions. Let me explain them. ఏమిటి ప్లస్ అండి? ఏమిటండి? What is it, sir? Or madam? ఆయన ప్లస్ ఎవరు? ఆయన ఎవరు? హూ ఈస్ హీ? అతను ప్లస్ ఎవరు? అతనెవరు? ఇట్ కన్వేస్ హూ ఈస్ హీ. ఇది ప్లస్ ఏమిటి ప్లస్ అండి, ఇదేమిటండి? విచ్ ఎక్స్ప్లోర్ దాట్. వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్ సార్ ఆర్ మేడం? The lesson is designed to achieve the following learning outcomes. By the end of this lesson, learners achieve a clear understanding of Group 7 Telugu letters A, I, Va and Ma through a shape-based and phonetic approach. Students learn to distinguish short and long vowels, recognize diphthongs, and understand the articulation and writing style of semi-vowel and nasal consonants. Through systematic practice in stroke order, vowel consonants, combinations, gemination, and consonant clusters, learners strengthen their reading accuracy, pronunciation, and handwriting fluency. The integration of words and sentences enables learners to apply these letters meaningfully, thereby building confidence in using Telugu for both written and spoken communication. Language learning is not simply a matter of memorizing words and rules. It involves understanding the cultural and social background in which the language is used. True language proficiency develops when learners become familiar with the everyday practices, values, and expressions of native speakers. This deeper understanding allows them to interpret meaning beyond vocabulary and grammar. We look forward to your continued participation as we move ahead in this systematic study of language. Dear learners, consistent practice is encouraged for effective learning. Thank you for your kind attention. Thank you.